Agile and Scrum certifications. There are several organizations providing Agile and Scrum certifications. During this lecture, we will be going over the three most popular Agile and Scrum certification organizations: PMI, Scrum Alliance, and Scrum.org, respectively. First organization is PMI, Project Management Institute. PMI is the most popular project management certification organization with its waterfall project management certifications, PMP, CAPM, and PGMP. With the evolving Agile methodologies, Project Management Institute also prepared an examination and certification for Agile. PMI provides Agile Certified Practitioner certification. In the PMI ACP exam, participants are assessed under 7 domains. Domains and their weight in the exam are as shown in the table. Domain 1, Agile Principles and Mindset, 16%. Domain 2, Value-Driven Delivery, 20%. Domain 3, Stakeholder Engagement, 17%. 4, Team Performance, 16%. 5, Adaptive Planning, 12%. 6, Problem Detection and Resolution, 10%. And Domain 7, Continuous Improvement, Product, Process, and People, 9%. PMI ACP exam includes 120 multiple questions. 100 questions are scored and 20 questions are unscored for monitoring and pre-screening. Exam duration is 3 hours. There are 3 prerequisites for sitting in a PMI ACP exam. PMI ACP candidates must have 2,000 hours of general project experience working on teams. A current PMP or PGMP will satisfy this requirement, but it is not a must to hold a PMP or PGMP certificate to sit for a PMI ACP exam. 2,000 hours makes around 1.5 years of project experience. PMI ACP candidate must have 1,500 hours of experience working on Agile project teams or with Agile methodologies. This requirement is additional to the first 2,000 hours of general project experience. And the last prerequisite is PMI ACP candidates must enroll in a 21 contact hours of training in Agile practices. This Agile Project Management Scrum Framework Certification Prep course qualifies for this training prerequisites of PMI ACP exam. Once you get the certificate, to maintain your PMI ACP, you must earn 30 Professional Development Units, or PDUs, in Agile topics every 3 years. PMI ACP Handbook and exam consent documents are provided as reference in the supplementary materials for further details. The second organization, Scrum Alliance. Scrum Alliance provides 3 certification exams for each role in the Scrum team: Certified Scrum Product Owner, or CSPO, Certified Scrum Master, or CSM, and Certified Scrum Developer, CSD. After getting these 3 certificates, candidates become eligible for Certified Scrum Professional certification. After being a CSP, there are 3 paths to proceed further: one for trainers, one for coaches, and one for registered education providers. Certified Scrum Trainer certificate is for the trainers. Certified Enterprise Coach is for the coaches, and REP is for the registered education providers. We will be going over the first 3 certifications of Scrum Alliance. First one is Certified Scrum Product Owner, or CSPO. Prerequisite for this certification is attending an in-person 2-day CSPO course taught by a certified Scrum trainer. The second one is Certified Scrum Master, or CSM. Prerequisite for this certification is attending an in-person 2-day CSM course taught by a certified Scrum trainer. After the course, you need to take the CSM test and score 24 of the questions correctly out of the 35 questions. The last certification is Certified Scrum Developer, or CSD. Prerequisite for the CSD certificate is attending 5 days of formal training taught by Scrum Alliance REPs. At least 3 days of this training must be technical training through a 3-day CSD technical skills course. At least 1 day of this training must be dedicated to the study of Scrum through an Introduction to Scrum or a CSM course. Days 4 and 5 can be either completing a certified Scrum Master certification or attending a 1-day Scrum elective course and a 1-day Introduction to Scrum course. You must also demonstrate an understanding of Agile engineering practices by passing a CSD assessment evaluation provided by the REP or trainer. Third and the last organization we will be seeing is Scrum.org. Scrum.org provides 4 certifications: Professional Scrum Master, PSM, Professional Scrum Product Owner, PSPO, Professional Scrum Developer, PSD, and Scaled Professional Scrum, or SPS. PSM and PSPO have 2-level assessments, PSM1 and PSM2 for Professional Scrum Master certification, and PSPO1 and PSPO2 for Professional Scrum Product Owner certification. Scrum.org provides free open assessments for the candidates to test themselves before sitting on real exams as well. We will be going over the prerequisite and exam details of these assessments one by one. PSM1 does not have a course requirement. As long as you know the Scrum Guide and its practices, there is not a course prerequisite for this certification. PSM1 has 80 questions that must be answered in 60 minutes, and 85% of these questions must be correct to get the PSM1. Questions are multiple choice, multiple answers, and true or false questions. PSM2 does not have a course requirement as well, but it is highly recommended to get a Professional Scrum Master course. PSM2 assessment is extremely difficult. Participants must have passed the PSM1 assessment. There are 120 questions, and a passing score is 85% correct answers out of these questions. Questions are multiple choice and essays. It is expected to write an essay based on real-world situations during the assessment. PSPO1 does not have a course requirement. PSPO1 has 80 questions that must be answered in 60 minutes, and 85% of these questions must be correct to get the PSPO1. Questions are multiple choice, multiple answers, and true and false questions. PSPO2 does not have a course requirement as well, but it is highly recommended to get a Professional Scrum Product Owner course. PSPO2 assessment is extremely difficult. Participants must have passed the PSPO1 assessment. There are 120 questions, and a passing score is 85% correct answers out of these questions. Questions are multiple choice, and essays. It is expected to write an essay based on real-world situations during the assessment. PSD1 does not have a course requirement. PSD1 has 80 questions that must be answered in 60 minutes, and 85% of these questions must be correct to get the PSD1. Questions are multiple choice, multiple answers, and true or false questions. And the last one is SPS. SPS does not have a course requirement. SPS has 40 questions that must be answered in 60 minutes, and 85% of these questions must be correct to get the SPS. Questions are multiple choice, multiple answers, and true or false questions. During this lecture, we have seen the 3 most popular Agile and Scrum certification organizations and their assessment details respectively. There is not a popularity comparison among these organizations. Each of the 3 organizations are well known, and certification from these organizations will bring great highlight on your resume. This was the last lecture of this course. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed the course. Now, please spare a minute for me and write an official review for this course if you liked it. This will be very beneficial for the prospective students who are willing to enroll in this course. Thanks in advance, and hope to meet you in another course again.